Alright, hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap deck highlight. Hopefully, we have audio this time. Sorry about that yesterday, but also conversation about that video yesterday. It is overperforming my normal videos. Do you guys want me to shut the fuck up? I mean, you can just tell me. Like, it feels weird, man. Feels weird that that's the way you guys feel about it, but I can just stop talking. I can do more silent videos. If that's gonna bring you guys in more, I'll do it. I'll just not talk. But today is OTA day, so there's a few interesting buffs. Scorpion got +1 point, which is pretty good, honestly. Him being a 2/3 now makes him a pretty valuable 2-drop in my opinion. Makes him more just a generically good card, which is what he kind of should be. What he was before all the 2-drop power creep was happening. So I think this might help him get back to just, generic 2-drop that you can slot into whatever deck you want when you need that extra bump of power. And then the other big change that everyone's going to be talking about, and I also therefore have to talk about it, is the Adam Warlock change. Adam Warlock is back to a 2/0 with the same text that after each turn draw a card, but if you're losing the location, he now gains +1 power. So no matter what, Adam Warlock on the field is a benefit to you, which is very interesting. I think he is going to be a very strong card. He's either a scaler, obviously he's not getting that big, but if you play him on turn 2, he's going to scale to a 2/4, which is like just insane. So really nothing to scoff at there. That was his actual Arsh, I think. Yeah. Interesting. Do this, I think. Honestly, we probably don't even Ajax. I don't know. We probably just like Cassandra, right? And then we can Cassandra. Probably don't want to do that. Probably just Adam Warlock middle. So just scale 1 point of power. Nothing to complain about. Okay, we'll go back to his base point of power. Ah! I lost that to the cables? And that's my rocket, which means I have a red guardian left. We can Cassandra Red Guardian. We win literally wherever we play the Cassandra, so it's just play it to the lane that wins. We will hope that middle is that lane. Actually, it could be better to do it left, because that way our Adam Warlock gains a point of power, which might matter. And then we just have to hope that they don't have Shang for right.
Opponent snapped.
We're up 8 right. They gain very similar power from us just leaking. Probably just retreat because they have the double red Hulk, and that counters literally what we want to do. And they snap, so don't really want to deal with that in all honesty. But now I have to see if the audio is actually working or not. But hopping into game 2, I am very excited to see how well Adam Warlock performs. I guess I didn't explain the deck. The goal of the deck is it's a Affliction deck, right? But we have Adam Warlock and Nebula. That's a very unfortunate card to lose. That both want to scale, and that our opponent wants to play power into to prevent us from scaling. We then have Cyclops and Rocket, Raccoon, and Groot that want to prevent our opponent from doing just that. So that is the idea, is our opponent will play cards into those lanes, and then we can fill as well to hit them hard. That is such a crazy top deck. What are the odds they have a Luke Cage? Doesn't matter. Just play it right. We do have one. We have 50-50 here. So, hope for the best. If we hit the Luke Cage, we're in a very good spot. Not a very good spot, but we're in a good spot if we hit the Luke Cage. Otherwise, it's probably booked, honestly. We shall see whenever our opponent decides to play. I assume he's deciding on whether or not he wants to move his rocket this turn. I would guess. He didn't. Now it is quite literally just 50-50. We win it though. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it'll be enough to maybe matter. They have priority, so maybe? Are you fucking shitting me? I mean, I guess it makes sense to them having Ajax in their output range, but... didn't think about it. It's so frustrating because we were one off being able to play ours, one cost reduction from the Abomination off, and we literally lose that because the Cyclops doesn't pop the turn Luke Cage is up, which I think is incredibly stupid. Like, it should just function, and then if you disable it, you can get your benefits. I think that's such a dumb interaction the way it functions. Hopping in to game number 3. Adam Warlock on 2 into Cyclops is hot. Okay, we can just play those into Baxter honestly and just like not care. Like, our opponent's going to want to play cards into there regardless, so that's so interesting that he gains a point of power if it's tied, because it's just if you're not winning. Yeah, I think that's so crazy. Then we'll just Magic Warrior Falls out. Unfortunate. I think we play the Rocket priority fucking game. Played in Warrior Falls anyway. Guess we do this. This just feels like a really bad game for us now. Cassandra could win it for us.
Wakanda forever!
We did pull the Cassandra. We can do this and then Cassandra Abomination next turn. M'Baku left so it dies instead of whatever like my Cyclops or something dying. We'll just throw a Nebula down left, so the Nebula dies. I think we should be good. Unless they like Eliath right. If they Eliath right, we're still fine. Okay, they just went to play to win middle. They didn't expect us to be able to win right, I assume. Or right and left. Don't sigh me, you're an Arjun player that just Legioned Warrior Falls.
Victory!
I have no sympathy. So I assume they're okay with putting this text on a card now because of how prevalent Red Guardian is. Right? Like, this is like the perfect Red Guardian target. There's just so much tech that you can do into this card. I'm going to guess that's why they're more comfortable with it. But it's still just such a strong text. Like, if your opponent doesn't have Red Guardian or, like, doesn't have Red Guardian in their deck or just doesn't have it in general, it's just like so crazy. Dazzler means it's Thanos. Yeah. What? Probably want a Magic. Do we want a Magic Onslaught Citadel or Project Pegasus? Turn 4, so Game Labs will pop, which I am happy about. I feel like Onslaught Citadel helps them way more than it helps me.
must be controlled.
I stand by my statement. Turning off Onslaught Citadel is going to be big. And them playing at the early Shang isn't going to help them in the long run. They have priority. And we are just... Dude. I understand I said that... Adam Warlock's help with card draw, but like, holy dead card draws right now. That is painfully bad. Us having priority is actually super good right now. We can do this. Turn off a Dazzler potentially. Or it'll just hit the Shang probably, is what will actually happen. This. Or, honestly, that could just be the right play. There's a world where this is just the winning play. And it was... And the Adam Warlock explicitly won us the game because we would not have drawn Abomination this game without him. Which is such a huge pull. Granted, we made a minor misstep and we could have actually played it better and we could have gotten our Cassandra Nova. We could have played to win. When we played our Scorpion, we could have played it into Gamma Labs and we would have won on turn 5. We would have had one extra card draw. So, yeah, that's just the power of the card, right? He's a 2/3 that also gave me a card draw, just because our opponent didn't have Red Guardian. It's interesting that they decided to change Adam Warlock, specifically knowing that Red Guardian was just going to keep him in check immediately, instead of dealing with the problem that is Red Guardian. Like, do they want Red Guardian just in every single deck ever made ever? Unfortunate they have Kitty Pryde. Means our Nebula into negative zones are gonna be fine, apparently. Adam Warlock and Magik. Okay. They lost their Adam Warlock. I mean, we have a really good hand here. Cyclops with Ajax. Do I want 2 Cassandras or 2 Red Guardians? Probably 2 Red Guardians. I think the Cassandra is a little late at this point. Turn off the Athena. And we get to hit the hood for fun. It's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we pull Abomination, he's free. So let's just get to Rocket and Groot on the board. We don't need to double Hazmat. There's no point in it. So it's either Abomination or bust, really. Alright, so where do we want these cards to end up?
Victory.
Go figure, he didn't want to stay. I can only imagine why that would be. But yeah, so I mean... honestly, I think this is the kind of deck that wants to be running at a Warlock. It's a deck, it's a generally good deck that can have some consistency issues, right? I don't think Adam Warlock's going to fix combo decks. He's going to fix decks that it's like a deck like a Darkhawk, where it's like, oh man, I just didn't pull my Darkhawk or I didn't pull my Mystique. Just having that one extra turn to pull it, right? I'm already running Magik in this deck because you need the energy. It's really why you run the Magik. But it also is helping with that consistency problem. So adding Adam Warlock that's also a scaler, so good. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, let me know, subscribe for check out, and I'll see you in the next one.